And like that, I think honestly, don't want to go negative right off the bat, but a relatively dull truck race turns into one that I think we're all going to have a lot of fun talking about. Welcome in, everybody, to a Thursday night stream. I believe it's the first Thursday night stream I've done for anything since February. So thank all of y'all that are in here tonight. But wow. What a finish. Christian Eckes dominates this race. By the way, click this like button, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. But Eckes dominates this race, leads 150 of 200 laps, and ends up losing. This was the 2023 UNOH 200 at Bristol. This race was 200 laps. It had 4 lead changes, 4 leaders, 4 cautions, and went for 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 5 seconds. The shortest Nationally Touring Series race of the season, even including rainouts. Wow. That was dull until it wasn't, honestly. But with that, we have one of our 4 guys who in a millennia will be in the Final 4 at Phoenix in Corey Heim, seeing how the Truck Series playoffs last for 2 months, but there's only, I think, 4 races left, in these 2 months. With that, we have Eckes up by 29 now on the cut line. Hocevar up 18, Enfinger 14 up over Zane Smith, who's sitting on the outside looking in right now in 5th, 6th, Rhodes 19 back in 6th. Sanchez and Majeski tied for last. Sanchez at the moment with the higher finish, I believe, has the tiebreaker with that. But it is Heim time. Me and Darian got it right. We got this truck pick right. For once, I got it right. Heim time is in full effect, and there was no other sporting event tonight. Nothing at all. There was just trucks and a team that's in purple that I root for that's just tanking. We'll move on from there. All honesty, I think it's pretty funny. In all honesty with it, but let's get into the finishing order of this race. Corey Heim with the dub by about 2/10 over Christian Eckes. Heim led 6 laps tonight. Eckes 150. Then you got Grant Enfinger in 3rd, Carson Hocevar 4th, Taylor Gray top 5 tonight, and shout out to Raja Karuth. Was solidly in the top 10 all night long. Raja brings it home with a 6th tonight at Bristol. 7th, Ben Rhodes. 8th, Chase Purdy. Nick Sanchez, 9th. 10th, Matt DiBenedetto. Then Jake Garcia, 11th. Carson Quapple with his first truck start, I believe ever. Still, starting at Bristol, finishing 12th, running up there with those guys. Solid run for Carson. Then you got Bailey Curry in 13th, 14th, Stuart Friesen, Connor Jones in the 15th spot, 16th, Matt Crafton, Haley Deegan, 17th, Parker Quickerman, 18th, 19th, Ty Majeski with a terrible run tonight, and Jake Drew finishes out the top 20 and those who were on the lead lap. Daniel Dye in 21st is a lap down, Colby Howard, 22nd, also a lap down, Tyler Ankrum, in 23rd, 24th, Zane Smith, terrible run for him as well. Hayden Honeycutt with a 25th place run. Timmy Hill, 26th. Then Holmes and Lawless Allen, 27th, 28th. Those are your guys a lap down. Tanner Gray will bring it home 29th, 2 down. William Sawalich comes home 30th, 3 laps off the pace. Spencer Boyd, 4 laps off and 31st. 32nd goes to... Is it Malazzi or Malozzi? He finished 8 laps down tonight. I swear, Adam Alexander said this guy's name during the race. Villarreal finishes 9 laps down in 33rd. Then 3 cars, trucks, whatever, drivers. We'll just say that. 3 drivers did not finish on the track tonight. Greg Van Alst, 34th. Dean Thompson, 35th. Jack Wood finishing last, the 36th spot tonight. So as we go over the race, we will have the finishing order up top, as well as the streaming schedule for the rest of the weekend, if I can find it. There we go. And I'll be real, there really wasn't all that much to talk about tonight. I want to try and overly hype this race and say how great it was and all that. I can't do it, man. I mean, you started out with Eckes on pole. There was a lot of contact early, and on the restarts, I noticed a lot of contact, and I like that. The biggest contact of the night coming between Jack Wood and Dean Thompson. Thompson having nowhere to go when Wood got pushed, I believe, out of the way. Those two get together, completely total those trucks. With it, you got Sanchez pitting. He was, I think, started all the way in the back, so they had a reason not to pit. And they restart on lap 24. Eckes runs out, wins stage 1 over Hocevar, Majeski, Purdy, Zane Smith, Raja Caruth, Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, Tanner Gray, and Ben Rhodes, your top 10 in stage 1. What are you guys thinking overall in here about this? Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing, Thompson and Wood. That was pretty much the only major incident of the night. I had to say, those guys got together, and from there was a lot of contact, but nothing really too off the cuff or off the wall with it. So what was weird is they were almost always glued to the bottom. I mean, they made passes up top, but because of all the sticky stuff they put on the track, they were on the bottom a lot of the night, and it just, nothing really happened with it. Anyway, going to stage 2, Zane Smith didn't pit. He's leading. They restart, and only a couple laps later, Greg Van Aal spins. It sucks, because I like that he got the opportunity to race trucks, but it's like every time that Greg Van Alst got out there, he has either bad luck or no luck at all. It never fails. I wish that he would have, I don't know if it's a bigger or a better equipment, better truck or what, but every time he gets out there, he's always caught up in somebody else's stuff, or he has bad luck. By the way, thanks, Snapper Racing fan. I appreciate it. We have a new short track video out today, as well as a short that I think all of y'all will find funny. One from a couple years ago, but I think you guys, it's something I filmed at the track. I think y'all will like it. Lap 80, after the Greg Van Alst caution, we have Zane Smith leading him again. We almost miss it because of the commercial break, but Eckes goes to the lead, passing Zane. And the other real big thing of the night before the finish is Majeski had a right front tire go down, rode around slow for, I'd say, 4 or 5 laps, gets lapped, but is the lucky dog, stays out there. I didn't know if there was any rule against that or not, but I was really surprised that he was able to ride around out there like that. Either way, gets around for the lucky dog. Eckes wins the stage over Zane. Sanchez in 3rd. 4th is Heim. 5th, Enfinger. 6th, Taylor Gray. Then Carson Hocevar 7th. 8th is Carson Quapple. So double dose of Carson in the top 10. Then Raja gets 9th. Still, again, like I said, solid night for him. He just keeps improving little by little every time they go back to a track he's been to, and every new track. So I love what I've been seeing out of Raja. And then Ben Rhodes finishes out the top 10. Guys, usually I have like an entire half of page filled up of notes on the back. The final stage, I think, until they got into lap traffic, was pretty dull. You had some penalties, some guys getting stuck towards the back, like Majeski and Zane Smith. On lap 120, Eckes would restart the race with 80 to go. First again, runs off with it. About 40 laps later, he then gets past Zane Smith, putting him a lap down. And in the distance is Majeski. Now, they did not get to him at the end of the day. So if there's a silver lining for him, there's that. But that team has not been right, in my opinion, since they got caught. They've had speed. They've been top 10, but nowhere near the dominant force they were. To be crippled so close to the end of the season, too, cannot help at all. And with that, it's just mediocre run and speed overall for him compared to how he usually does. But coming down to the finish, Corey Heim not letting Eckes go. He is staying right there in his tire tracks. Eckes also had his handling going away too. I don't want it to be all on the lap cars, even though a lot of it was on the lap cars. But with that, it kept Heim there in that like 2 to 3/10 range, which at that point, that's all you need for somebody to get caught up in lap traffic, get caught up by the wrong person, and give you the opportunity. And with 6 laps to go, that's what happened. 15, is that Tanner or Taylor? Let me double check. That would be Tanner Gray is the one that is really getting the heat, at least from Eckes. They all get together, slows down Eckes just enough. Heim gets by, and it is Heim time in Bristol. And as you see, he now locks himself in. Again, still, if you're Eckes, I believe he's finished top 2 in every playoff race, and now he's second in the points still, plus 29. I know that Talladega is next, but still, I don't think it's the end of the world at this point, if I'm going to say anything about that. But I'm looking forward, and with Talladega coming up, any of these guys can make up 25 points easy. Again, I'll read it off for y'all. Eckes plus 29, Hocevar plus 18, Enfinger plus 14, Zane Smith is minus 14, then Rhodes minus 19, Sanchez and Majeski tied for last, minus 22, and with that, looking forward, I'm agreeing. Where are we at in the chat? Where'd your comment go? Irvin, I agree with you on this. 28 is a reasonable length for a truck schedule. I hope that maybe with the new contract, if there's more money on the line, they can get to that. Because it's too short at this. There needs to be at least 1 or 2 more races in the summer, and at the end of the year, they need to start filling in these. But that is the truck race, everything with it. I wish there was more to talk about. There really isn't. Tomorrow, we got Xfinity racing on a Friday night. Junebug's back. I'm going to be decked out in Dale Jr. stuff. I already got, I wonder if it's seen. Is it? There we go. Got one of my junior cars out right here. There we go. So I am going to be geeking out tomorrow for sure. If he gets a top 10, I'll be happy. Like, honestly, if he gets a top 10, I will be happy. But I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I think the Xfinity Series is the best at Bristol. So if you're asking me, that's the one I'm most excited for, especially with the short track package. So I believe I saw when I was talking with Eric, he said something that the package used at like Nashville and Dover would be used at Bristol this weekend. So knock on wood that we get a better race than we got last year, hoping. But man, I am really, really, really excited for this Xfinity race. By the way, click that like button. I'm looking in the chat for anything else y'all want to talk about. Voice going away. I do not care. I'm gonna be here until I'm mute. I don't care. This weekend at least. Maybe not tonight. I see, rooting for Allgaier. But hope Junior runs well too. I mean, I'm rooting for Junior, but at the same time, I'm being realistic about it. Like there's a reason we had 4 different picks of the 5. Oh, 2027. Out in a comeback, hang the banner. Oh my God. they ain't gonna win. I'll tell you what, they ain't gonna win. Like, I don't even know how much time is left in the game. 27-21 in the 4th. Ooh. No, they're not going to win. Guys, I have been on this road so many times. Vikings ain't winning tonight. I'm a Viking fan. They ain't winning tonight. You can take it to the bank. US Bank Stadium. But guys, I think that's about going to cover it. Sorry, it's short stream, late night, all that good stuff. But we will be back tomorrow and Saturday night for the Bristol night race. And I believe the NWP is on Eric's channel this week on Wednesday, so be sure to check that out. We'll talk all about this stuff. But y'all, I will catch you later. So y'all have a great night, and see you tomorrow. Later.